The recent flurry of news suggesting the untimely demise of iconic boxer Mike Tyson sent shockwaves through the world. Fortunately, on August 18th, the official news outlets dispelled these rumors as fake news. Fans across the globe heaved a sigh of relief as they learned that the former heavyweight champion was indeed alive and well. So in today's episode on FameQuest TV, I want to talk about the journey through the intricate narrative of one of the world's most renowned boxers, Mike Tyson. From his early days in the harsh streets of Brownsville, Brooklyn, to his meteoric rise in the boxing world and the battles he has fought both inside and outside the ring, we explore the multifaceted story of Mike Tyson. Join us as we dissect the complexities of his relationship with his mother, his battles with mental health, and the lessons his life teaches us all. Since 2022, Tyson has frequently shared his premonitions about an impending demise. One instance was during a podcast interview with psychologist Sean McFarlane, where Tyson expressed his sense of imminent mortality. These moments of introspection are not unfamiliar, as Tyson has previously displayed signs of psychological instability. "We're all going to die one day, of course," Tyson said. "Then, when I look in the mirror, I see those little spots on my face. I say, wow. That's my expiration date is coming close, really soon." The ex-boxing champ mentioned this while discussing Mike, a film that tells his life story. Besides suggestive he might die soon. Does that make sense to you? Me, Mike Tyson, I'm so effing scared of everything. The one thing I know how to do is attack. They can never believe that I hate myself, Mike openly expressed. When the host mentioned that top athletes around the world often have a constant aggressive mindset, Tyson responded by saying that neither success nor money could make him feel truly safe. "Success is the reason why I tore my life apart. Tearing yourself down is just as motivating and scary as bringing yourself up." Tyson, who has seen countless ups and downs, including financially, since bursting onto the boxing scene, claimed he couldn't care less about money. When you put money in the bank and you get a check every month and you could live off that for the rest of your life, is that security? That means you're not going to catch a disease. You can't get hit by a car. You can't jump off a bridge. I don't know. Can money secure you from that? The false sense of security. You believe nothing can happen. You don't believe the banks could collapse. You believe that you're invincible when you have a lot of money, which isn't true. That's why I always say money is a false sense of security. He then revealed that he's given this advice to a lot of rich people, and in turn ended up giving them a harsh reality check. Mike Tyson was born on June 30th, 1966 in Brooklyn, New York, to Lorna Smith Tyson and Jimmy Kirkpatrick. His parents, originally from the South, had moved to New York for a fresh start. Unfortunately, Tyson's father left the family when he was just 2 years old, leaving his mother to raise him and his two siblings by herself. Growing up without a father and dealing with his mother's substance abuse was tough for young Tyson. His mother often left him alone and labeled him a wild child. Tyson admitted to stealing clothes and items, which strained their relationship even more. "I never saw my mother happy with me and proud of me for doing something. She only knew me as being a wild kid running the streets, coming home with new clothes that she knew I didn't pay for. I never got a chance to talk to her or know about her. Professionally, it has no effect, but it's crushing emotionally and personally," he revealed, according to Bleacher Report. Tyson's early life was really tough. Growing up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, he faced lots of problems, not having enough money, violence, and crime. In an interview with Valuetainment, he talked about how he used to get into fights on the street, sometimes even with grown-ups. "I must have had 3 or 4 street fights a day, from like age 9. I was 200 pounds at age 12. I was fighting the kid and fighting their fathers. They were crying, went home and got their father. Then I would fight the father," he remembered. He also shared that he was always getting picked on and bullied by people in his neighborhood. At just 13, he got arrested around 38 times and ended up in a place for troubled young people. There, he met a boxing coach who introduced him to the sport. Boxing became a way for Tyson to use his angry feelings in a better way. Later on, he met Cus D'Amato, a famous person in boxing, who showed Tyson that boxing could be his way out. Later on, Mike Tyson delved into the world of boxing and formed a close bond with coach Cus D'Amato. Tyson saw D'Amato as a guiding figure, even considering him like a second father. The passing of Coach D'Amato in 1985 deeply affected Tyson, casting a shadow on his spirit and contributing to moments of inner turbulence. Mike Tyson faced a series of challenges in his journey. He was accused of making threats towards his ex-wife, Robin Givens, battled with drug issues, and served time in prison for a serious crime. Additionally, there were instances where he was accused of being involved in altercations following traffic accidents, and he even made headlines for an unusual incident involving a zoo, where he reportedly tried to instigate a confrontation with a gorilla. In April 2022, another incident occurred when Mike Tyson was engaged in a dispute with a fellow passenger on an airplane. A video shared by TMZ depicted the 56-year-old former boxer repeatedly engaging in a physical confrontation with the individual due to his growing annoyance. Iron Mike also shared his ongoing struggle with several psychological issues. These included a period of hospitalization due to depression, a loss of behavioral control, and an inability to manage his anger. During a podcast in October 2021, Mike Tyson acknowledged that he frequently experienced fear-driven emotional outbursts before each fight. Subsequently, the former American boxer frequently referred to his personal struggles with fear, necessitating his pursuit of specialized assistance. Speaking on his inner turmoil, Mike Tyson revealed, "In my case, my mind is like a chamber of torment. It's in a constant state of preparation for battle, every fraction of a second, faster than the blink of an eye. It's a state of war." In reality, Mike Tyson's life took a downturn in the early 2000s. He faced the necessity of declaring bankruptcy in 2003 and experienced a profound emotional shock with the passing of his daughter, Exodus. In 2020, during an appearance on The Ellen Show, Mike Tyson initially proclaimed himself to be a vegetarian. However, he later confessed that this was untrue. In reality, he was grappling with issues of alcoholism and drug addiction. Dr. Sean McFarland also acknowledged that Mike Tyson is currently going through a challenging phase and seems to be neglecting his well-being. In fact, he has even accompanied Tyson to crowded places as a way to assist him in finding relief from stress. Tyson shared with the doctor that he experienced a sensation as though his head was about to explode when entering a restaurant, almost as if he could hear a chorus of negative voices. It appears that after years of embodying the persona of the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson is gradually shedding his controversial past. However, upon revisiting his earlier life, the former boxing champion confronts lingering emotional scars. Despite this, each step of Tyson's journey, every instance of falling and rising again, imparts a valuable lesson for us all. Tyson's traumatic childhood, his emotional landscape, and his struggles remind us that understanding the complexities of the human psyche is essential for compassion and growth. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Mike Tyson's complex journey. If you found this episode insightful, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with others who might find it interesting.